Yes, this is today's live on Equa Television International. And we are glad you could join us on this Friday edition of the program. We're happy because we discuss social media, and that's to help you stay out of all the threats and risks of indulging in activities on the social media. And today we are talking about me or others, your engagement or your involvement on the social media. Is it about you or about others? Is it about the positive or the negative? We agree that there are a lot of negativity going out there, but you can be deliberate about being positive and adding to the positivity that is on the social media. My name is Joyce Jakada. I'm glad and happy to introduce Sambu Solomon Sabe, Prudence, and Jamima. Good morning.
Good morning.
So from here, thank God it's Friday, right?
Yes.
You know the culture for the English people. They are still in the spirit of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
I'm still not English though. I'm
And
still not
Thursday.
English though. So,
We are just,
so whatever you're saying does not imply to me because
just-
I'm still
we are
having that.
just-
Why you
we are
guilty?
just being
I'm
us.
just saying.
We are
Why-
just being
why
us.
you
I'm
guilty?
still in the African culture.
Oh, really?
The African
Yes.
food is still
Okay,
there.
okay. So, how you doing?
I'm fine.
It's TGIM, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, how you doing? Is it
Yeah, we are
TGIM?
We are good. We are good.
Okay, I'm good.
It's the content,
Okay.
African content loaded.
Well, we're happy to be Africans,
Yeah.
and it is always in our culture when it's Friday. Sometimes I wonder, why do people go on native on Fridays? like what's the peculiarity about going on native? But it's beautiful. That's our nature, that is our identity, and we always not just identify as the spirit leads.
As a spirit. I love
So
that.
let's talk about social media. The new community, the new society is the social media, be it Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, WhatsApp. This is where you find people day in, day out interacting, sharing informations within a twinkle of an eye. Today, you can say the social media is a global village. Why? Because people, regardless of where you are, within some seconds, you can send message, you can get your reply. And unlike those days that you have to go to the post office and wait for days and all of that. But we are happy that there is advancement in technology,
Sure.
not disregarding some of the disadvantages involved as well. But let's talk about this social media. Should it be about me, or it should be about others, or both? Or how am I supposed to apply wisdom in terms of involving in social media?
Well, for me, it's just straight answer. I would say it's about us.
Okay.
Because when you say it's about you, you are being selfish.
Samu Slower, where will you stop being a politician? See, the topic is me or others.
No us.
No worry, maybe at the end we'll add the us. Social media, should it be about me or others? It is the meme that we know how to be like this, like this, and like I don't want to be bad, I don't want to be
together
funny.
today.
Thank God this is happening now.
So
I'm loving this.
oh, because you're far from me. Okay, don't worry, we'll get to that point. So is it me or others?
Okay, I should pick one. I thought that's about me or about others. Okay, about others.
Okay.
I want to
Prudence,
give my kind of answer.
go ahead.
Okay.
It's not allowed. It's not allowed.
No,
No,
let me
it's
explain
not allowed. It's
myself.
not allowed.
Let
No,
me explain
no, it's
myself.
not allowed. Is it about me
Oh,
or
no,
about others?
I'm going to pick.
No, just speak straight.
Let me explain. What
No,
I'm
there's
trying
no
to say.
explanation.
Okay,
I wanted to
explain
explain. They are
Okay,
Mm.
okay.
me or others.
Sambu Solomon is reminding you. It's both.
As always, I'm not even surprised.
You see?
The meme,
It's about me.
okay, it's about me as well. You see, that's why our name starts with J. Chop no.
Talk, talk. Wow. Okay.
See how they are even chopping the look. Why is doing that? Show them. Yeah.
Why was you copy?
I don't even know.
Okay, let me defend
okay.
why I said it should be about me.
Hmm.
And I think over time, I've been deliberate about ensuring that it's about me. Today, there are a lot of people going about with mental health issues, struggling with one thing or the other. Why? Because of the kind of content and information that they have exposed themselves to on the social media. And that's why I say it should be about me. Because if I'm going to put others at the forefront, it means that once I go on social media, whatever I see that has to do any content I expose myself to, I'm just trying to be part of the trends and try to do what others are doing. But if I know that it is about me, then I'll start considering, who am I? What are my beliefs? What are my values? What are my principles? The information I'm seeing, the content that I'm seeing, do they align with my beliefs? Do they align with my values? If they don't, then I either block, or I unfollow, or I just go out from whatever is trending. I don't partake in it. Let me give you, for example, there was a time that there was this post about Jesus. Like at 12 noon, it was a challenge. At 12 noon that very day, everybody was posting Jesus. There was an inscription, Jesus. So you just go on your social media, you just see all your status read, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus,
Started
Jesus.
from Nathaniel Bowser.
Yes, I think he picked that, he did that challenge, and everybody was following. In fact, when I went and I just checked my WhatsApp, I saw everybody's status was Jesus, Jesus. I didn't even ask question about what was going on, but because I know this is my belief, this is what I stand for, I shared it immediately. It was later on that I even knew how it started, but it aligned with what I stand for, and that is why I just shared it immediately. And amidst that challenge, somebody went to post and started talking against Jesus. Why are you sharing? Why must you disturb us? Blah blah blah. And I immediately unfollowed that person. I didn't say, oh, I should be considerate to, like, I know that's her point of view, that's her belief, but it doesn't align with mine, and I don't want to be exposed to such, and I just unfollowed that person. Currently, there's a trend, AI. You see everybody reshaping his body, wearing clothes that is not theirs, having hair that is not theirs, and all. Somebody said it was on Sunday morning, and the person said, please don't forget to wear that your AI suit to church. Where will they see it? So that's trend. And I saw another person made a post and said, see, if your girlfriend didn't participate in this AI challenge or whatsoever, see, go and marry her. It means peer pressure has nothing to do on her, because this is something that everybody was doing. So you just go and say, how do I? Some people were pressured. Let me let you know. Some people were really pressured because, oh, how can I? And in the process of downloading the AI app and trying to get involved, they realize, oh, you have to pay. And they are confused. They don't have the money. They start looking for, please, can you help me do this? Can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? Because you want to be part of the trend. So for me, it should be first about me. What do I stand for? What do I believe in? What are my values? What are my principles? Then it helps me in considering what content I should expose myself and what I shouldn't be part of.
Yeah, and you see why I said both. I was thinking of it in the same
I
angle.
thought you allowed
But I was
Janima
also
to talk because you are standing on both. So
I-
all of us,
no, we are trying
no,
to balance.
all of us will talk
balance.
first. Then before you will talk last because you are going with both.
No.
Okay. All right, continue.
I was going with what you were saying when I said both from that angle, but also others, in the sense that in as much as I am on the social media platform, it's not me who is reading my post, it's somebody else. So what I'm doing would influence someone. So what I'm posting would give a message to someone reading it or watching it. So that's why I said both. It could be because you're talking about you, centralizing on you. I'm thinking me. Let me see how this thing would not affect my mental health or my spiritual health. I want to be stable in both sides. But I'm also conscious that in as much as I'm considering my own health, my mental state of mind, my spiritual state of mind, I should also consider the spiritual state of mind of another person, of others, of somebody out there. What is that person seeing when he or she reads my status? Or what is this person seeing when this person comes to my page? What is this person getting when this person views my skits or my whatever I'm doing on the social media. That's basically why I said it's both ways. For me, it's really both ways, because in as much as you have it in you and you're trying to guard yourself from having terrible or negative thoughts being invested in you, you also don't want to invest negatively towards somebody else. You want to invest positive towards somebody else. So that's why I said both.
You know, Prudence like to end show at the beginning of the show, but don't worry. We will not go. We'll be right here.
You see the reason while I was saying earlier, I thought you people would support me. But I just noticed that you guys just left me like, okay, let them continue fighting. We are watching. Like, okay,
I apologize.
you see, she ended the show, right?
But we are here.
I did not end the show.
We will not
You
go
still
anywhere.
have
Don't
more.
worry.
You still have more.
Why I said me?
Okay, so
Why are you oppressed this morning?
I don't understand.
Why I said me? Everything starts with me.
True.
Before I know Prudence, before I know Solomon Sambo, before I know Joyce Jakada, I know me first. So it has to start with me before any other person. I love the angle where Prudence is coming from. But do you remember self-love? You have to start with yourself first before others. And then I think...
self-love or self-care?
Self-care.
Yes, both. I think next time, please pick an angle, right? At the end of the day, we get to an agreement, to a point. But then it's good if we all know where you are coming from. All these both. We also are going with both, and I'm sure you're also going with both. But it's easier if you pick an angle so that we all have an alignment at the end of the day. So I said me because it helps you to cover a lot of loopholes at the end of the day. She talked about some of the points and they are really valid. Another one is peer pressure on the social media. If I have to start with me, then I know what I would stop from getting to me. I'll know what I will allow to pass a particular limit, to pass a particular boundary. Before I even get to a point of thinking of others, I have to work on myself first. I have to do a lot of background things on myself before I allow others to come in. That is all the self-care and the self-love. We said if you want to get to all of that, you have to do so much on yourself, then by extension it gets to others. So that was why I said me. Talking about time consummation on the social media. A lot of times people say they don't want social media because you spend hours on social media and you can't even read your Bible, you can't pray for 5 minutes. It helps me to say, okay, I'm going to be on social media for this amount of time, and once that time elapses, my data is off and I go back. So that is me working on myself. Peer pressure sometimes is not even about your age mates. When you go to social media, there are people that are way ahead of you, but because they have attained certain positions, you feel like, I want to do this. Why don't I do this? He followed such a long road to get to this position, but I can go through this short road. It's because you're not even working on yourself. So you want to attain something that took someone 15 years, you want to get it in 6 months. It's because you have not worked on yourself. You're already looking at others. You're seeing what they have. And then the kind of knowledge that I will get from social media, I know the quality of it. I know if it's going to lead me astray. I know if it will give me a bountiful end. You know, so I would know, okay, I'm following this person, like who you said. When he said something you didn't want, you just quickly unfollowed because you knew that this is not the path you want. So knowledge-wise, you decide what you want because it starts with you. So social media, for me, it starts with me because I begin to pick all the things that I want, even before I go far. And even if I have gone far, whatever is still not good, I drop it. There's no time that is too late. Then at the end of the day, it's spread out to others as well.
Okay. Well, for me,
A call to repentance. He who has ears.
there is no altar call.
Hey, no altar call.
And
So
I'm
people will
telling
call
you,
you.
I'm telling you, there's no altar call. For her to start saying that she's even asking Prudence, you know, we talked about self-love. I said, she have missed it. But just saying.
I was
but-
just making it at point of contact.
Okay,
Not
point-
that I was.
Reference.
Yes, reference.
self-love, right?
Not that I was
Self-care.
dwelling on that.
Self-love.
Self-care.
Self-care.
Okay, self-care.
Yes.
Okay. It's all right. Okay. The reason why I said is about others. First of all, if it's about yourself, there is no need for going to social media. There's no need. It's about you. You not going is as well you blocking anything negative that you know and you attest that there are negativities there. So in the first place, you should avoid that totally, because it's about you. It's about your sanity.
You should go and be a lawyer. You should not come and counter these people like that as a presenter. Just go for your calling.
You are talking about. You are talking. And I told
I
you.
went to the constitution and you get that point.
It's not the issue of constitution.
Go
Now.
on.
You see, you are talking my angle,
Go on.
right?
True.
Okay.
The end of the matter is better than the beginning. Continue.
Oh, what
This
the,
attack is becoming
what-
serious.
I'm telling you, but you know,
You
that's how we roll.
Yeah.
You know, that's how we roll.
that's
Today's
how
life.
it works.
I'm really enjoying this session today. So you see, about others, and I look at the life of Christ. Christ did not put himself first; he put others. That's why he came, and he offered himself to die. The reason is that because he knows who exactly he is. So he knew. You talked about peer pressure. You talk about other influence that can just take you. But look at how he stood firm. He was focused. And then he maintained the track. And see how he affect the life of others. Me inclusive. Just imagine that he's talking about him. That's the angle I'm seeing. So you knowing yourself will allow you to think about others. Because I feel if I'm joining social media and it's about me, then why am I joining? Because it's a community. It's a community. I'm not supposed to be there. But if I'm joining, why am I joining? As a person who I stand on this principle and this value. Why am I joining?
Have you seen
It's-
someone heading to somewhere and he doesn't know the location where he's headed?
Yeah.
Do you know how it feels to be confused? Like you go this way, no, it's not the way somebody tells you, no, you need to reverse. You need to. That's how you keep going. When
Yeah.
you go,
There
this
are
person
people-
tells
there
you
are
go
people-
back and.
There are people like that.
So before you think of others, you
Mm.
must know yourself. You
Mm.
must know. You must have your principles, your values. That's
Mm.
the point.
Mm.
Have you come to knowing who you are?
Mm.
You want to be part of the new media. You want to be part of the community right there.
Mm.
Do you just start with others? What are you dishing to people?
Mm.
It should start with myself.
Mm.
Like I should know me. I should know what I stand for. That will guide even the group I joined, the kind of posts I make. Of course, you can't be on social media alone. But it starts with you. That will determine what you do, the activities you involve in. If you know what you stand for, if you have answered the why that I'm here. But you can't go to that place without answering the why. So it means anywhere you are toast to, you go there. I have a lot of requests that I've not accepted. And I've also had requests to join groups that I've not joined. Why? Because I don't think I have anything to do with such groups. There are people that will send friend requests. I have to check their profile and I see I don't have any business becoming friends with this person. Because obviously from your timeline, the things you post, the things you share have nothing to do with my values or my beliefs or my principles. So why would I like join or accept your friend? So for me, I think it should start from you. Well noted that if it is about me, I should not be on the social media. It's the new community. But my point is, or our point is, it begins with you knowing
Yes.
you and answering the why.
Yes.
Someone without purpose, you just be tossed to and fro. No wonder you see people, any message I send to them, they share it. You see forwarded message, you are in a group that it has been described as today's life community. And then you go and pick a post from another place, and just because it was forwarded to you, you forward it also to the group. You are forwarding things that have to do with politics, things that have to do with maybe secular music and all of that. It has already been defined in the first place. So it means like minds are there to discuss on issues that, as far as they are concerned, are valuable to them. So it is only when you have identified this is who I am and this is what I stand for, and it's going to guide your interaction with other people. And it's going to guide the kind of posts and the contents that you make, because you know, of course, it's like mine. Even if the post you are going to be posted somebody that is on your friend list does not agree with it, but your whole aim is to convince that person to believe in. If he doesn't, he also unfollows you.
You know what I
So
find
before
interesting?
others, it has to be me.
Do you know what I find interesting? As much as you're talking about me and me, others still keep coming up in your conversation.
Of course.
Yes. Because it is you, then
you get my
others.
point. You get my point. I'm not saying that. The problem now is that if you continue to dwell on me, it could be someone could easily tilt towards it's me, it's my data, whatever I do, it's
Now
my
data.
choice. Exactly. But you see, you're also thinking in as much as you want to, because the social media is it's a market where everybody is a consumer. Every single person, wherever is on the social media, is a consumer as well as a marketer. You're selling something and you're buying something, whether you want to buy it with money or not. You're selling something, you're buying something. So in as much as you're thinking of yourself, okay, I don't want myself being depressed. I don't want to come to the social media to just bombard myself with a lot of negativities. No, I don't want that. But you also want to give out the best to people. So my point is that it's like this. The moment you start learning something, yeah, we talked about adding value.
So it should be about others alone.
No,
Before
let
you-
me land. So the moment you start learning something, it is not evidence that you have learnt it for yourself until we see it as a result. That's
True.
when others come in. So in as much as you want to say it's about me, let us see the result.
But before you give in result, you must have it, right?
Wow.
Okay.
And then to contradict
You see why
something
she
you
said
said,
that?
She said earlier on that
She's the lawyer now.
she
not
said earlier on that
Thank
I
you.
kept
Thank you.
mentioning others. Quite okay, I agree. Like I
mm.
said, it's social media. You can't be social alone.
Yeah,
We call the
exactly.
definition of community that we've given group of people that live together. So, but before you give out whatever you're talking about result, before the result is being felt, before impact is felt, it must begin with you. If you don't have anything, you can't offer anything. I can't go on social media without a direction. So work on you before you go out there to impact others. If you don't work on you, that is why you see any content you see forward. I saw somebody just yesterday, someone shared a link that has to do with is it palliative, and I say apply for 2. I just told the person apply for 2, and I'm sure the person is watching right now. And I told the person, please apply for 2. Since you don't see link and don't share without verifying that link. So see, you must come to that point of knowing you, knowing your purpose. Why am I even on this social media? There are people. Prudence, how active are you on social media? Very inactive.
Yeah, that's the word. Inactive.
Why?
I just don't find the time to do that.
Okay. Apart from the time you hear people say, I want to protect my mental health. There's a lady that I had that say, oh, for the past 6 months I've not been on Facebook. Why? Because I don't want to be getting angry. Especially during all those elections and all of that. I don't want to be getting angry and all of. So I decided to just save myself the stress by being off media for some time. And they still go back again. As they are going back, they are sieving their friends, they are sieving the groups they belong to. People do that time to time. When they see that this group that I've been on is not adding up to me, but rather any content I find here, I go back home depressed, almost feeling depressed, angry, and all of that. Like we're in a time that you can just describe as perilous time. People are dealing with a lot of challenges and all. So you have to be well guided on what you expose yourself to, whether you like it or not. See, this mind, that is where everything starts from. What you expose yourself to, you digest it, and at the end of the day, consciously or unconsciously, these pictures keep repeating. And that's why some people tell you, I just want to save myself the stress. So whatever you want to dish out, I agree that we don't exist until we don't live until we impact. The idea is for us to leave the world a better place. As Christians, we have the Great Commission, and if now the new media or the new community is social media, then we should also be there to also share the message that we have, the message that we have been given, the responsibility, the Great Commission. If people are now on the social media, then we have to also adopt it. We have to also go there and spread the message. So, but first, my own self, have I received the message? I want to go and start preaching to other people. Have I been saved? Have I accepted the message? I must have witnessed or I have a story of how God, how I was reached out to by the message of salvation, or how God visited me, or how my experience with Christ,
Encounter.
my encounter with Christ, that's the right word. So before I'll be able to explain or take that message to other people. But imagine I'm not saved, I want to save another person.
There's this passage in
Okay.
the Bible that talks about guarding your heart from all evil,
Mhm.
because from it flows issues of life.
Life.
So for me, I feel it boils down to starting from you.
Mm.
And then there was something you said. We're not dwelling on just me.
Myself.
Mm.
We're only starting with me.
Yeah.
I think that is what we were trying to
Okay.
say the whole time. We're not dwelling on just me and forgetting every other person, but we're
Okay.
only saying start with me, build me
Me.
first.
Sure.
When you've done that, then when you come out, what you're sharing
Mm.
would have value. It will hold weight, and it will make impact and create value to people. So it's not that we're neglecting others, but we're saying start with yourself. When
Okay,
you
so-
have a delicious
so you
food
should,
made,
you should build yourself first before
Yes.
joining the social media.
no, build. Let it be me. let it be me. Then others. You have to work on your own self first, so that when you go to social media
So do
and
we have-
deposit it,
do we
That's
have
basically what he said.
Do
Build
we
yourself.
have, do we
then
have
go to the
people
social media.
that are not yet built, but they are on social media?
yes,
Where are
we
they
do.
there?
Because they've not even worked on themselves at all.
So
They just
that's why I'm
appeared,
saying. So
they just
you have
landed.
to build yourself first before
They are
joining.
following trend.
Yeah,
Anybody that is
they just
yet-
landed there. You know, you just dropped, and you don't even know where you're coming from. You don't even know
no
where
one
you're
that you
going
keep
to.
sending people friend
Yes.
requests. Any friend that you may know, you send friend requests. You may know you.
You want
without-
to gather 1,000
People will
friends,
send
but you
you
don't
friend
even know up
requests.
to 20
You are
of them.
just accepting it.
Yes.
People, there are people that, of course, they are there because they are following trend. Oh, that's the in thing. That's the new community. So, you're not on social media. Oh, how do I join? And they just joined. I don't have friends. Send friend requests. Anybody you see, but you that already know that, okay, this is what the social media is. This is the influence of the social media. If you expose yourself continuously to negativity, it becomes your reality. Then you are going to be deliberate. See, before starting anything, find purpose. Find purpose. You'll be well guided.
Now we are
Don't
going.
follow
Now we are
trend.
going back to purpose.
You get
purpose,
don't
right?
follow trend.
We're
Because
making
you're
reference-
I
trying.
said something.
I'm making
earlier. I
reference
said-
It's
to
like we're all
purpose.
tilting back towards what he
I
said
said-
when
I-
he said social media is about others. Technically, yes, you give out what you have inside you. So I am agreeing with you when you say the social media. It's a community where you give content.
And I
You're
agree
supposed to
with you.
give out content.
When you say it's a market where you either sell or you
Or
buy.
you buy.
So if you are there in the in that particular community, that means you're bringing something or you want to buy something. If you are a seller, a marketer, you are marketing something. What are you marketing in that community? I think
And
that's what
for your
defines you.
audience to buy
That's
or your
what
market.
defines you, that you are joining the community, that you are even going to the market. You can't just walk and just wake up in the morning with this present reality of transport and the rest, and you start going to market.
I hope you
Just
know
to
that the
just go-
person that have the social media, or all the people that were deliberate about coming up with these platforms,
Yes.
had a purpose. They didn't just wake up and just created.
Yes.
Like there was something that guided them.
Yes.
It wasn't just what is trendy now, and it took a lot of thought, time, ideas, and all of that
Sure.
before, and that's why each day you see them upgrading even their services and the features that
Yes.
are there.
Yes.
So nobody is against what you give out to others,
Mm.
but you can't give what you don't have.
You see where I'm coming from, and I'm tilting a little bit towards what Mr. Solomon is saying.
I'm not
Um,
surprised.
I told you I'm not on any side right now. I'm on defense. But
If
right
you are
now I'm
inside,
tilting a
we
little
know
bit
if you are
towards
for
it.
or against.
Oh well. So what I'm trying to say here is that I get what you're saying. I understand your angle very
If you
much.
like, don't understand.
In fact,
You know,
when I-
Revelation says that, see, imagine that from
you have
Genesis.
to be that hot
Wait.
or cold.
See, from Genesis, the Bible kept preaching. If you do good, this is the reward. If you do bad, that's the reward. And repent. People even went ahead to inculcate these rugged evangelists. Still, you don't want to repent. At the end of the day, The Bible say he that is sinning but continue. You that you're doing good, continue. On the last day, everybody will give account of. So if you like tilt what
I'll still give account on my own. Abi, no problem.
I'm vindicated because I've told you the truth. I've done altar call. You refuse. Continue. So you soon give account.
So today we're talking social media. What we are talking about today is actually social media, me or
In
others.
case they forget.
So we are talking about the platform. So where me I'm coming from when I say it is both. On the platform, the major focus is that people would see what you are giving out. But then off the platform is that you have built yourself to the point that you can give something out.
But you have to build.
That's
yourself
basically
before
it.
giving out.
So my point here is not the whole building or building not. It's like what Solomon said earlier. He's like, when you were giving your point and he came in saying something like, so it means you build yourself before you go to the social media.
Yes.
You find your purpose before being on the social media.
Yes.
But when the moment you're coming to the social media, it's not all about you. You do know that.
Because
don't
you have done the you already.
It's all about you now giving out what you already have
That's the me.
to the people.
You are joining
Because-
because of the people.
because you
That's
have
what
done
Prudence
the
is
me.
trying to say. You are joining because of the people.
Because you have done
Because
the me
just
already.
Just imagine there's nobody there.
I'm loving this.
I don't think the idea of you joining will come. There will be there will be nothing to even join.
Yes, it has to be
You
because there
understand?
are
It's
others
because
to
you
communicate.
have something you want to share. To share to who?
Are you on social media?
To share
Are you active on social media?
right now. You know what?
active?
You know what
Sha?
happened.
No, the
You know what
question is
happened to me.
direct. Are you
Wait now,
active?
wait,
Yes
wait,
or
wait,
no?
wait, wait.
Are you active? Yes
Okay,
or
let
no?
me answer you. No. The reasons are
I did
because
not ask for reasons. So.
I have
worry
to
for
say it.
reasons.
I have to say it so that people will not just go with a different notion. You know,
At
At the moment,
no.
You know, no.
Okay,
But
before
I
the
will
moment,
still yes,
were you on social media?
yes.
Were you active?
I was active.
Evidently, it's about others. Go on with your point.
Yeah. So you see, earlier, Jemima was saying we are not disregarding others. She kept mentioning that, like, we are not disregarding others. Even us, we are not disregarding the you, the me. We are not disregarding because it starts from you, who you are, and then you feel you have something and you want to join a community that you want to dish out.
Have you
something.
shared anything about Equa TV on your social media platform?
I think Equa TV have hijacked
Social media.
my this thing.
So why didn't
My
you
platform.
share others' posts instead of that?
You understand? It's because I'm telling others what Equa TV is doing,
What you
Because-
are involved in.
what I'm involved in.
So why didn't you just not put it and put trends
But,
like
but
hashtags?
excuse. Then
Like-
let me
like-
return your question for you. So if you are posting and there's no others to watch it, go. Like
That's
excuse
what
me,
I'm
if,
saying.
If
It's
you don't
because
have
there are
anybody to
others
say
there. That's why you want
It
to join
starts
and
from-
give them
from
something.
me, what I
it,
have.
we are not
If
disputing
you don't
that it
promote
starts.
yours.
The same way
It's
you are saying you
we're
are not disputing
that
others.
it starts from
The
me.
same
what
way
I
we are not
start.
disputing
What we are
the I.
talking about here
Yes.
is that you have already done it before you come to the social media to give it out.
I think we need to go on this break at this moment. Let's take the thoughts for the week. When we're back, this conversation continues. Stay with us. There's so much negativity on the social media. Be intentional with not adding to the negativity, but staying positive.
They will listen to you if what you do is adding value to them.
The media is one platform that one uses to express oneself. But to what extent do we do so? To lies and fake life? We have to be careful what we do on the social media.
Thank you so much for staying with us. It's today's live on Equa Television International. We are glad for your patience. When some people refuse to repent, they are still with us, waiting on that time that they are going to raise their hands up and say, I repent, or I don't want to tell this part that is wrong. We've been talking about social media. Is it about me or others? We need to come to a conclusion, of course. Like, this gang refused to accept the truth. and the Bible says the truth will set you free.
Sure.
But I'm
I'm
glad
pretty
Jemima
not
is on
sure.
the right path.
Sure.
I'm not really sure if the gang she's talking about is, because I think the
You know-
gang that needs to repent is the other side.
You know, I
The
didn't
other
mention
side.
you,
It's the
right?
other side, right?
That thank God, what,
TJ.
TG, whatever,
Yeah,
whatever.
definitely.
Jemima, you know I did not
Yes,
mention
yeah.
him, right?
Sure.
But you know that
Same here.
there's a
Same
saying.
here.
We did
No
not
name
say
mentioned,
anything.
right?
Like this show is
Yeah.
going to be divided.
So,
But you know what? There's a saying in Hausa that when the years are good, the shineke,
Ma'ana.
person that is guilty I'm
Is
actually
him
like-
I'm referring to.
okay.
But then
So-
it goes both ways. When there's a rule,
Let's
the
let's
shimu
let's
case
talk
Wait,
about
but
let's
wait.
talk about
See,
social
see,
media.
it's about others. And I gave a simple example with Jesus. Jesus didn't die for himself. He didn't die for himself. If it's for him, there is no even need for him to come and die. He died for others. You understand? So this issue of is about me, is about me. You see, this is about me. If we are not careful and then separate it, that's what is pushing this issue of self-love. It's about me. And you can see there are so many people that are very, very wealthy.
No, you can't join these two
Wait.
together.
Well,
Let's
you are
let's
dealing
plan.
you are dealing with different
you know
diff-
you have
you
to
are
get
dealing with
your
different
points
kind
from
of people
every-
watching
yes.
this show.
Self-love.
You
Yeah.
understand? Because there are some points if it's not well defined, you know, somebody can just go with his own perspective, you know. You see what I'm trying to say? You have people that are very wealthy, people that are very educated, people that, you know, everything that you know they are having is all about themselves, in the sense that they are promoting self-love, not knowing there's a thin line, this issue of self-care and selfishness.
So I think everything you're saying
Yeah.
is not in context as far as I'm concerned. Talking about me, I don't think is in line with self-love, but
Okay.
rather self-care. If
Okay.
you actually paid attention to our point of view, it's self-care, not self-love.
Okay,
When
I'm
we
not-
say it should be
okay,
about me.
Okay, I'm
But
not.
Sambu Solomon,
Okay.
before you conclude,
Okay.
have you heard of people that lost their lives because of people they meet on social media? Have you heard of people that have developed mental health issues because of the kinds of things that they got on social media?
Sure.
Have you heard of
Plenty.
people that lost their wealth, their resources, what they have gathered over the years because of social media, like maybe people they indulge with on social media? Now, if they did not put their principles, values, beliefs, ideologies in perspective, and they decided, the result of all those scam and everything was because they decided to swallow what people had for them. Somebody coming to you trying to convince you, telling you that, see, if you put 20,000 you will get 100,000 in 24 hours or in 25 minutes, sorry, and you do that. If you had put yourself first to think that, see, is this thing right, is it wrong, did I work for this, what are my values, what are the values that is guiding work, and then values, principles that has to do with success, what about the principles of process and all of that? If you are well guided and well thought, you won't just jump into all of that. I know a young lady by name Sandra, the only daughter in her family, and her dad did everything for her. In fact, she was running her master's program at the same time owning a boutique where she is doing her master's program. And she met this young guy on Facebook. They got chatting and he convinced her that, see, I'm in Lagos, I would like us to meet, I love you and all of that. And she went there. She doesn't know him. And that night she was killed. It was a dead body that was found. This is
Sure.
just one person. I know another lady that met a guy after promising love and everything. They got chatting, oh, you're my babe and all of that, send me your nude picture. And she kept sending, and amidst all those like chats that you can describe as nonsense, because like you are sending your nude picture, you are already doing making love through the internet and all of that. She was deceived into she did that. Eventually the guy started blackmailing her, and if you don't do this, if you don't do this, and eventually he decided to leak all their chats and the nude picture. At first she was trying to deny it, and then he sent the one that had her face. She accepted and had to apologize, because at that point she won one missed something, even here on the plateau, and she just admitted because the evidence were there. Now, if you had like come to that knowing why yourself, me first, putting me, I'm not talking about selfishness. I'm not talking about self-love, but care. If you have come to that point of answering the why do we even have social media in the first place? Why am I going there? What are the things that I'm going to be doing? What activities will I be involved in? What are my beliefs? When I see things that don't align with my beliefs, values, or principle, what will be my reaction? If all these things were put in place, then you won't jump into all of these scam, deceit, and then even falling prey of kidnappers. There were people that took themselves to kidnappers through social media. So all these things we're trying to say is not that we are taking away the place of others, but you have to, there's this cliche that has been on, especially during politics. You keep hearing, oh, change begins with you. I can't expect from you what I am not. That thing that I'm expecting, that's why we keep speaking to Nigerians that see that change that you want, let it begin with you. We've been calling on our leaders saying they are not doing the right thing, but that thing that you're trusted with in your office, how well have you been able to take care of it? So when you're not playing your part, you can't expect good from other people. And no wonder people continue to fall prey of different things on social media. But if that thing, if you already establish your values, your principle, then you're going to be guided. I've seen people that when you go to their timeline, is as clean as anything. It's just about what they stand for. And I've seen people that when you go to their timeline, it's a combination of rice, stew, egusi, vegetable, and everything. People tag them left, right, center. They don't even have control over what comes on their timeline. So that's a typical example of somebody that is yet to consider him, define him, or know him. And no wonder everything just comes on your timeline. But someone that has control, that has used that feature of control over who tags him, when you go, whatever you see defines who
Joyce,
that person is.
Joyce, I agree with you.
Don't agree now.
And I'm not taking away that fact. You understand everything you said on point, but still, I will still disagree with you because you can't say. I know there are people that are true believers that fall victim to certain things on social media. They are true believers. They fall victim. It's not because they don't know who they are, but at a certain point, because you as a Christian, yes, you are not in social media. You are not supposed to be sick. You are not supposed to be robbed. Like, for instance, me, I was robbed and I'm coming from the office. Like, took everything from me, and that's the reason why I'm not yet back on social media. You get the point. It's not because, like, you are a Christian, you are a true believer, you are this. You cannot fall victim to certain things. Right? So, those ones, yes, we can say there are some that is maybe based on negligence. There are red flags they didn't really observe, but you cannot say totally like they don't know who they are. If that's just my take. And you see, when you're talking about the issue of yes, yourself, yes, true, it's okay, because if you're going to the social media, it's about you, because it's when you are there, then we will know who exactly you are. It's when you are there, because whatever you post, that's when people see whether they have interest on what you are doing or not. But knowingly or unknowingly, you are telling people who exactly you are by what you post, what you share, and so on and so forth. So you see, the issue of me. Now coming back to the social media and the activities that are there. Are you aware that one time, the Senate had to raise alarm on the issue of cults in this country, of how young people, even teenagers, joining cultism? The federal government had to raise alarm for that. Why? Because there are particular people that are selling themselves. The reason why they were there is I. And they were selling all sorts of things. You see them with wristwatch and they will tell you this amount. You see them with this mansion. You see them with this car. It has been a trend. That's what people were just doing. And then people started drifting. The young ones think that is the life. At some point, people started joining all kind of occult whatever suggestion that if you do this, you will get this. This is how you will join and get money. That the country itself, Nigeria, had to raise alarm based on that.
If
Why?
you are a
It's because
Christian,
wait now.
why would
now.
you jump
Wait
to that?
now.
Let me also
wait.
add
So you see the reason why I'm saying self. Even in the on the platform, the social media which you join, what are you selling? Because there are some certain posts that people, because they think they are smart, they think they are wise, they use the platform. You understand? Talking about themselves, which at particular point they are not supposed to talk about themselves. Do you get the point? So you
I
yes.
didn't get the point.
Okay. Like okay. You say you are preaching Christ, right? But even you are preaching, we see you under the umbrella of Christ. But you are cajoling people under the umbrella of Christ. You are selling something, a particular ideology about yourself. They are
the
there
Bible
in the
spoke
social.
about discernment.
You said
see,
Discernment.
see, Joyce. What I
Okay,
want
you
to
don't
say
talk.
is that
The Bible did not talk about discernment.
the Bible did, and I also just wanted to add about this.
He's
See,
not
in as much as both sides have points that they're giving out on this talk, and I'm still standing on my it's about both. It is essential that you have built yourself. We have established that fact on this show today. It is essential that you have built yourself to a level that you are able to give something out on the social media. However, when you come to give out on the social media, you need to be conscious of how you're giving it out, because for somebody, he or she might just misinterpret what you're dishing out. So in as much as you're looking at yourself, when you're on the social media, it's not just about you anymore. It also entails, what is my view, what is the person looking at, coming to my page, understanding from what I'm posting. Because what I'm posting now detects who I am. It tells the people, this is who this person is. This is Prudence. And this is a summary of Prudence. Prudence is this person, that person, or the other person. And in Engineer 21 said on this show that there are a group of people he calls, I am also a Christian. That means that you would see their social media platform with different sort of things. Today they are doing this, tomorrow they are in this party, next tomorrow they are doing that, and on Sunday you find them in church, and they still post that. So apart from they're giving you, this is how my life is, and then tomorrow they're giving you a different form of their life. It's important that you are able to define what you're dishing out, because at that moment what they're dishing out is like a jumble of nothings, because nobody knows exactly where you're standing right now. It
Truth
just
is
looks like
that
you're
no
just
one-
visiting.
No one is an island. We all need each other. You can't. They said he who has people is the wealthiest. So you need people. But what we're saying is, before you need people, there was a point it was just you. And at that point, what did you do? How did you use that point in time? What did you do with all of that? So that when you meet people and you're able to dish out something, it speaks volumes. And a lot of the people that get to read these things that you dish out, they may never meet you. You may die without meeting half of them or a quarter of them. But that which you dished out to them is standing for them, is standing as grace for them. There are a lot of people that we have met on social media. If we begin to call names, time will go up. You don't even know these people as individuals, and we may never even meet them, probably because of their status or distance or a lot of things. But the things they say, we quote them every day, every time. Do you think they just appeared on social media and began to dish out things to people? No. There was a level at which they worked on themselves, and even as we speak, they have not stopped. They are still doing that. So for me, I feel that is where the me
because
comes.
they have gotten
You see,
enough
what we are
and they
talking
want to
about-
Let me
impact
finish.
What we're
somebody.
saying
Yes.
is that the me comes before the social media. It's something that you have
No,
already
even
got.
during the social media, the
my
me
point
is
is
still
that
there.
the
Well, our
majority
time
of
is
the
actually
people
different.
After
Fast
the social
spent.
media, the me is still there. So what I'm saying is that there is no point in time where you stop anything that has to do with you. So you try to balance it up. Because when I dish out something great and everybody is saying, oh, you did well, I have to go and work more so that tomorrow I come and dish out something greater. They
Jemima,
said
why are
if they-
some people having more followers compared to others?
because they
What
keep
they are
working on.
dishing
So
out.
this me never ever stops. Then others also keep going along. So it's a two-way thing.
Well, our time is actually fast spent. I'm so happy that I'm the one closing this show. Thank you, Sample Solomon. Thank you, Prudence and Jemima. Interestingly, we are so happy about the advancements in technology, but we won't take away the fact that there are a lot of negativity out there. The social media is the new community where you see people interact, relate, share information, but you need to be very guided about the information you expose yourself to or you give out. Self-development cannot be overemphasized. It's not something that stops. It's a continuous process until you build and develop yourself before you will give out something great or positive. But by the time you don't develop yourself, then of course, apparently what we see is that you've been tossed around. So while you consider yourself, also consider others, because beyond yourself, everybody has this limit or assimilation level. So what you might withstand, other people might not. And no wonder on Facebook you see some informations are being covered. They ask you if you want to see such content before you see them. So let's learn to be considerate. As you think of yourself, also think of what others will benefit from what you post, from what you share. But more importantly is for you to develop yourself, have values, have principles, know your ideology, your belief, and stand for it. Never allow yourself to be tossed by trends. Until we come your way next time on Today's Life, you have a great day. Bye.